Is the responsibility on the dealership slash vendor alone, or should the lender also be culpable in the process, although they too are victimized? What stops my attorney from bludgeoning a lender as well as a dealership or a prosecutor?
Yeah, well, if the lenders, I've seen some lenders, making it mandatory that dealers have certain levels of identity tools and fraud tools in the dealership.
Still not clear cut though, right?
Right. Yeah, and it's when that the transaction between the dealership and the lender, right? Did it happen before or after? But I've also heard lenders coming back at the dealerships and saying, I don't care if it happened. You sold that vehicle, you're responsible. So now, and if you're a consumer and you've had your identity stolen and somebody's used it to purchase a car, right? That was one of the purposes of the red flag regulation, which has done a pretty good job of minimizing identity theft at a dealership. It is, the lender expects the dealer to have that type of protection in place to verify the consumer. A lot of states now are starting to come out with, like for instance, I think it's Michigan, right? If you're a dealership in Michigan, you have to check. I think they have a deadbeat dad type file. Like if you have, and if you finance a vehicle in Michigan and that person was on the deadbeat dad file list, you have to pay for that deadbeat dad's back support child payments.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a reach, right? But it's a way to protect that, that mom or dad in the deadbeat, from that person that's buying a new car, but yet hasn't made his child support payments, right?
Yeah.
So
if I'm an attorney, you're basically telling me I could go after whoever I want.
Yeah, I see. Unfortunately, I see it's mostly dealerships, so it's not the lenders. Right? There's even we were involved in a case several years ago. Right, there's attorneys who are paying people to go into dealerships that have a 500 score, a 400 score, and if that and try to purchase a car from the dealership. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but they want to make sure that dealership is giving that consumer, their person, a risk-based pricing notice or adverse action letter, and making sure that the whole process goes smoothly, even though they were turned down. The minute that doesn't happen, bam, class action lawsuit, and they're calling all the consumers that were turned down for a vehicle in that dealership. I think it's last 5 years, 2 years, but they're calling everybody and they're asking them to join that class action lawsuit, and they're settling for millions of dollars. So it's
tragic.
Yeah. So it's borderline entrapment, right?
Totally. It is. It's more than borderline. It's predatory entrapment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which entrapment is predatory by nature anyway, right?
Yeah.